Hi, here's the first video of solutions for the linear equations revision that I've handed out in my classroom. First question we have here, solve for x. We have 5x take away 4 is equal to 11. Now we need to remember that we work in BODMAS backwards, reverse order of operations. What we're doing here, you could use backtracking, but I'm going to use the reverse order of operations. So if I look at the x, we have joined on to the x as a 5, which is a times, and also we have a 4, which is a takeaway. And according to my BODMAS backwards, I'll deal with any additions or subtractions first. So I need to do the reverse of what we have here. So I've got a takeaway 4, so the opposite of that's going to be plus 4. So I'm going to add 4 to both sides. And what that will do is it will cancel down the 4, so we have minus 4 plus 4. I might write that out properly for you. So that would be 5x minus 4 plus 4 equals 11 plus 4. So those two will actually cancel each other out. Minus 4 plus 4 is 0. That leaves us with 5x is equal to 11 plus 4 is 15. Then the next thing we do is we've got 5 joined onto the x by a times sign. The opposite of times is divide. So we're going to divide both sides by 5. And what that will do is cancel down those 5s to leave it with a 1. I'm not going to worry about drawing the 1. That will leave us with x only on the left hand side is equal to, and 5 divided by 15. And that's our answer. For the second question, we have x divided by 3 plus 4 is equal to 9. Same thing, we have joined onto the x, we have a divide, and there's also a plus 4. So our BODMAS backwards, we need to deal with the plus before we deal with the divide. So I'll rewrite this one again. We've got x over 3 plus 4. Then we need to take away 4 equals 9. And we're taking away 4 again from that side. So our take away 4 and plus 4 will cancel each other out to leave you with 0. And that will then mean that we have x over 3 only on the left hand side equal to 9 take away 4 is 5 on the right hand side. And then for the next step of this, we've got x divided by 3. The opposite of divide by 3 is times by 3. We multiply by 3 at the top, and we multiply by 3 over here. On the left hand side, our 3's will cancel down. Always a good idea to write in what you're doing to both sides before you start cancelling down, because otherwise you might forget about it on the other side if you just cancel down the left hand side only. So we're left with x on its own on the left hand side equal to 5 times 3 is 15. That's our answer for that one. Okay, let's move on to the next. Again, we have solve for x. Now this one here, we have x minus 2 all divided by 3. The type of thing that we should do is treat the top line as if it's in a bracket, because it's all divided by 3. So the first thing we need to do with this one, again BODMAS backwards, but we've got a bracket at the top, is we've got the 3 on the bottom. So divided by 3, opposite of divide is times, so I'm going to times the top by 3 there, and times by 3 on that side. So I've put in what I'm doing to both sides first. Now I'm going to cancel down the 3's on the left hand side, which leaves us with x minus 2 on the left hand side is equal to 6 times 3 is 18 on the right hand side. Now what we have to do is we've got x take away 2, so we have to add 2 to both sides. So I'm going to go plus 2 in there and plus 2 in there. Minus 2 plus 2 is 0, so they effectively get rid of each other, leaving us with x alone on the left hand side, and we have 18 plus 2 is 20. on the right hand side, which is the answer to that one. Next one is a little bit more complicated. We have 3x minus 5 all divided by 2, so that little trick again is we'll treat the top as if that's in a bracket. So looking again through this, we've got 3x minus 5 all divided by 2 and then plus 8 equals 1. So we've got a bracket, we've got a divide, we've got a plus. If we do our BODMAS backwards, we're looking for additions or subtractions first, which is this bit here. So to do the opposite of that plus, we'll take away 8 from both sides, and that will get rid of our 8's from there. That now leaves us with 3x minus 5 all divided by 2 will be equal to 1 take away 8 is negative 7. The next thing that we need to do, and remembering that we're pretending that we've got a bracket on the top here, that's the way that we do have to deal with it because it is all divided by 2. So divided by 2, the opposite of that is times by 2, so we're going to multiply both sides by 2 at the top and times that one by 2 as well. So the 2 on the bottom will cancel with the 2 on the top on the left hand side, leaving us with our 3x minus 5 equals minus 7 times 2 is minus 14. The next thing that we have to do with this, as we go back again to our BODMAS backwards, we can get rid of the bracket here because there's nothing outside the bracket on the left hand side, so we'll just take it away. So now what we're going to do is we've got to take away 5, so we're going to plus 5 to both sides, and that will get rid of that one. Leaves us with 3x only on the left hand side. Minus 14 plus 5 is minus 9 on the right hand side. And finally we're left with a 3 times x, opposite of 3 is divide. So we're going to divide both sides by 3. Cancels that down. And we have x is equal to negative 9 divided by 3 is negative 3. And that's our answer for this one. And we'll go on to the next page. Okay, 2 more questions to go. So we have on the left hand side, or the first one here, we've got 2 lots of x terms, one on the left hand side and one on the right hand side of the equal sign. So what I like to do is look for the smallest or most negative of the 2 x terms. In this case here it's going to be the 3x, and I want to take away 3x from both sides. So I'll rewrite this again. 5x minus 3, and I'm taking away 3x from both sides, equals 3x minus 5 minus 3x. So I've taken away 3x from both sides here. Now on the right hand side I've got plus 3x take away 3x equals 0, so they disappear. I'm going to need to write 0 down. On the right hand side we've got our like terms that we need to collect, so we've got 5x take away 3x. 5x take away 3x is 2x, and then we're left with take away 3 on the left hand side equals, and we have take away 5 on the right hand side, treated as a negative 5. Now we keep going with our reverse order of operations. Next thing that we have to deal with is to take away 3, so we're going to add 3 to both sides. So we go 2x take away 3, and we're going to add 3 equals negative 5, and we're going to add 3 to that one. On the left hand side we've got our minus 3 plus 3, which equals 0, so we can now get rid of those two. We're left with 2x is equal to minus 5 plus 3 is minus 2. Now this will be the last step. We've got 2 times x, opposite of times is divide. or the inverse of times is divide, so I'm going to divide by 2 on both sides. On the left hand side, 2 divided by 2 is 1, so we're left with one lot of x on the left hand side. And negative 2 divided by 2 is negative 1 on the right hand side. That's the answer there. Now we have the last question. The first thing I'm going to do with this one is actually expand the bracket out. So 3 times 4x is 12x. And 3 times negative 5, I'm going to treat it like negative 5 for this expansion. 3 times negative 5 is negative 15, is equal to 2x take away 5. Now, same process, looking at the x terms to bring them together. I'm looking for the smallest almost negative. Again, this one is on the right hand side, so what I want to do is take away 2x from both sides. It honestly doesn't matter if you do the wrong one, because it will work out in the end. But here we have on the right hand side 2x, a plus 2x and a take away 2x. They will cancel each other out. Plus 2x take away 2x is 0, so it leaves us with negative 5 on the right hand side. And on the left hand side we've got our like terms, 12x take away 2x. So 12x take away 2x is 10x. Then we've still got our take away 15 is equal to, as I said before, negative 5 on the right hand side. Now our reverse order of operations, we've got joined onto the x is a 10, which is a times, and the 15, which is a takeaway. We need to deal with the takeaway first, and what we're going to do with that is to plus 15 to both sides. So I'll rewrite it out again. 10x take 15 plus 15 equals negative 5 plus 15. Those two get rid of each other. Neg 15 plus 15 is 0. Leaves us with 10x on the left hand side equals negative 5 plus 15 is 10 on the right hand side. Well, looks like it's going to be a nice easy one, this. 10 times x, the opposite of times is divide, so we're going to divide both sides by 10. Cancel down the 10s on the left hand side, which leaves us with 1. And again we're going to have 10 and 10 cancelled down to leave you with 1 on the right hand side. I am going to write it on the right hand side there because there'd be nothing left. It's not 0, it's 1. So in this case x is equal to 1. Hope you found that helpful. Bye.